on YouTube? Welcome back here to the Mountain Race Series. We are finally here once again for the second stop of the chase in this 10-race chase for Season 6 of the Mountain Race Series. We are here at the Dover International Speedway, the Monster Mile, and a lot of testing and a lot of things have been prepared for this race to hopefully make it better. I'm hoping that it turns out well for you guys, as well for these drivers on the racetrack today, as nothing really has been set in stone yet for this round, as every position is still up for grabs, and any of the chase drivers can win the race and lock themselves spot up into the next round. But for now, we got to worry about here the AAA 400 here at Dover, as we get ready to go racing for 40 laps. As we head to the back straightaway, Dylan Young gets the pole today. Young, last week, he ended up finishing in the 16th spot. Young right now currently is 8th in the point standings. He's in a tie with Trent Dunham, but has a tiebreaker because he has 2 wins. But Dylan right now is not in a safe spot at all. He's right in the middle, but like I said, one little thing that happens could drop him out. But right now he's in the best position possible. That is first. It is actually our Penske front row. His teammate, also the race sponsor, AAA Ford right here for the AAA 400. That is Noah Boggs. He's also up here. These two are going to be sharing the front row. I don't think the Penske cars have done that this season, but it's pretty cool to see them up front. So Dylan Young already in a good spot. Cody Lamas will start third in the Lowe Chevrolet. Teammate to him right outside, and chaser Joshua Mudd in the Mudmobile. He will start fourth. Josh last week had a struggle. He finished 28th, got in a little bit of a mess with Jessica Shelton. Dropped him from the points lead all the way down to 11th in points. So he has to be careful as well. Seth Cole will start 5th. Outside him is chaser Zach Buchanan, who will start in the 6th spot. Zach comes to this race 10th in the points after he finished 20th at Chicagoland. Then you got Joshua Collard and teammate Zachary Fitzwater make up row number 4, and round out the top 10 is Michael Norman in the Dow Chevrolet for RCR in number 3, and Aaron Reed, who had a little bit of a controversial race last week as well, got involved in a wreck and caused a couple of drivers get involved and ruin their day. So Aaron is in the Haas colors this week, so we'll see what happens there. Let's look for some more of the chasers. There is Chris Washer. There is Ian Dutta, Danny Wells. Dutta, who almost got his first win last week, got beat up by Keith Bass, and also fixed a couple of the cars. Tim Fiegel and James Silverfox, you see there in the Best Buy 91 and in the 78 right there. Furniture Row both have their chase cars this week. That was fixed beforehand. There's Trent Dunham. Steven Gonzalez starting back here. A lot of the chasers starting toward the back. Red Bell. There's Joshua Balkin, Cole Dowley, James Qualls, Jessica Shelton, and Justin Perry. I think he was a pole sitter last week. Man, that's just, a lot of these guys didn't qualify that well, so we have to watch for them. There will be a pit stop during this race as well, so we'll see if that plays out and helps some drivers out. If a big one happens, I'm just going to tell you now, it's going to be a horrible big one because it never ends here. So nobody's safe at Dover. The Monster Mile does gobble up a lot of cars, but one driver will come out here victorious here at the Monster Mile at Dover. We'll find out who that is. We get ready to get the command and the starting lineup for today's race here at Dover. And about the command, it did not happen. What else new? You take a look at your starting lineup for today's race, see where you're starting. Goes to the field. The ratings are a little bit different here. I changed them up, so hopefully the racing will be better. It's a recommended thing that I had some people tell me, so hopefully it helps out. But the Monster Energy Ford of Dylan Young and his teammate in the AAA Ford, Noah Boggs, are going to lead him down to the green flag. What is going to happen? We're about to find out. Pace car is already off. Chase race number 2 in the second of 3 rounds, and the challenger round is about to begin. What will happen for the chase driver today? What's going to be the turning point? We'll find out if something happens today. The green flag is out. The Penske front row lead him down. The AAA 400 is underway. Again, 40 laps. It's a lot of time to do a lot of things. Dylan Young easily gets the lead from his teammate. And now Cody Lamas is going to go for the lead. Young's trying to lead a lap. Every point will matter. Young going to come back down in front of Lamas. As the outside line is struggling to keep up. Noah Boggs back there and Joshua Mudd. They definitely need to come down. They get a chance. Dylan Young leads lap 1. Seth Cole is going to take third place away from Noah Boggs right here, who's struggling to get the outside line going. Joshua Collard is going to come up to his inside with help from Michael Norman. And Noah Boggs actually found a way to the bottom, so he kept most of his track position for his qualifying effort. Joshua Mudd's going to try to find a spot in line. Michael Norman way sideways in the corner in the 3 car. I'm going to go back toward the back, see what's going on. There's last week's winner, Keith Batson. There's a little bit of a separation up here from the pack. There's 3 of the chasers, Jessica Shelton, Justin Perry, and Joshua Balkin. Balkin and Shelton were involved in wrecks last week. Perry had a great run last week. He ended up finishing 5th last week at Chicagoland. Shelton was the worst of the chasers. I think she ended up 36th. Balkin was 33rd, and they're in the back. And there's the last week's winner, Keith Batson, running dead last. They're also with Jacob Law. There's Red Bell. So the drivers that right now outside looking in right now, though the 4 elimination spots right now are 13th is Joshua Balkin, 14th is James Qualls, who's not that far ahead of those other drivers. Tim Fiegel's 15th and Jessica Shelton 16th. The bubble driver right now is Chris Washer in the 17, who's not that far back. They're starting to get single filed out. There's Silver Fox, there's Fiegel. There's Zach Buchanan. He started in 6th place, and he still can't find his way to the bottom. The bubble driver we're talking about right there, Chris Washer, he's stuck on the high side as well. Steve Gonzalez straight ahead. There's James McLeod, Ryan Acosta, Joseph Lombard, who I believe he won this race back in the spring earlier this season. That was his first career win. Came here at Dover. He's in the 3M colors this week, trying to sweep the Dover week or the season sweep or whatever. There's Andreas Allen. Ooh, Alex Drayden right there almost got into Chris Washer. He had Trent Dunham all over his back bumper. There's Cole Dowley as well, and Danny Wells for the chasers right there. Oh, they're going to go 4 wide. Oh, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. Trent's going to get wrecked by Cole Dowley. And he goes into Chris Washer. Huge crash. Tim Walsh is flying in the air. Horrible crash we were talking about. The big one strikes. Washer, Dowley, Walsh, Tim Freilich, Trent Dunham, Sean Galligan, Sky Commons was involved, Sean Henley. Oh, that was a horrible crash. I think everybody else got through it. Gotta make sure these leaders don't catch up to him. Man, that was what we were talking about. One little slip up, and Cole Dowley just took out about 3 or 4 chasers just like that after hooking Trent Dunham. His car's destroyed. Tim Walsh went flying into the infield, almost in the, not the infield, but almost into the catch fence, almost into the grandstands. Trent Dunham is retired from the race. We saw his car disappear to the garage. And there's Tim Walsh's car, who we saw flying. He's still on pit road. Actually, he just retired as well. There's Washer. Holy cow. That was... We'll have to go back and take a look at that. That was just a crazy wreck right there. We were watching this. They were 4 wide coming off the corner right here. Dunham actually is going to clear Washer, but I don't think he's going to be able to get clear from Danny Wells is outside. And Cole Dowley, it looks like Dowley. Cole just goes right up into Trent. He sends him into the wall. And Dunham has no chance of saving that car, neither does Dowley. Danny Wells is a very lucky driver to miss that, because Washer, man, he hit that wall on a horrible angle. His car actually got stuck in the catch, or in the outside wall. Wow. And Dowley actually hit Tim Walsh right here after Sky Commons caught his car. 31's trying to avoid it, and that sun was in the way. That sucked. I got Washer out. Wow, look at that. It got Washer unstuck out of the wall, freed his car, but it's in Tim Walsh and that 500 Energy Toyota up in the air, flipping into the catch fence. Actually lands on top of Dowley's car. Sean Henley gets caught up in it right here, as well as Tim Freilich and Sean Galligan. Look at that 15 car. Almost just looks like, if he were to start rolling down the hill, it would look like Joe Logano's wreck from 2009. Trying to figure out where everybody's got caught up. Looking through here, man, some of these guys got really lucky to get away from that wreck. All on the bottom. Just look at that. Henley actually gets caught up into the 18 and the 31 right there. There's Henley. He gets caught up. Fitzwater narrowly escaped. His teammate Tim Freilich not so lucky, and neither was Galligan. And that's what happened there, but wow. And Freilich actually got stuck on the apron, so he couldn't go anywhere. 17 cars upside down. The 15 was flipping. And just like that, 1, 2, somewhere's 2. I'm going to rewind it real quick. Washer, Dowley, and Dunham. 3 chasers, I guess, caught up in the wreck right there. It's really going to shake things up in the points. And they really weren't in a safe spot. Dowley was 5th in points. Dunham was 9th. Washer was 12th. It's crazy. It's going to really shuffle things up once again here in the points. But we're going to go back to live action. Dylan Young's leading. What else is going to happen here at Dover? We're about to find out as Cody Lamas is chasing down that 2 car. And we are back as we're working lap 11 of 40. Some of the turning points in this chase might have just happened just now. We're thinking that you don't need a mulligan to make it to the next round. Well, some of them are definitely hoping that this doesn't seal the deal for them. Looking through the field, you see that Sean Galligan is retired from the race along with Tim Walsh, Chaser Cole Daly, Trent Dunham, and Chris Washer. All 3 of those have retired from the race. And Tim Fralick just took his Evernham Dodge to the garage in the 9 car. He's done for the day. Sky Commons is right now 2 laps down. He's still sitting on pit road. And the Cartoon Network, HendrickCars.com Chevrolet, he's now leaving. As well as Sean Hindley, they're both multiple laps down. James Qualls is still in the race right now. He's 34th. Qualls right now is 14th of the points, but he is going to pass a couple drivers, but he's still struggling today. Not running so well. There's Justin Perry, a couple spots up ahead in the 11 car. Right now running 32nd. Joshua Balkin right now is 27th. Red Bell is 26th. Jessica Sheldon is 25th. Steven Gonzalez right here is battling for position. He's trying to get... I think they're all getting shuffled out of the line. Let's see where they're at right now. That's 21st and 22nd right there. Danny Wells crossed the line in 20th. Zach Buchanan was 19th. Chaser Tim Fiegel was 12th, and then James Silverfox was 11th. Other chasers, there's Ian Dutta, who came in here as the points leader over Justin Perry, who's struggling today. The 42 car is 9th. Joshua Mudd is 7th, and then the front of the pack is still going on. They're all still single file trying to make some moves. Right now is Dylan Young leading the way. He's led every lap so far. He's a 2-time winner this season. He won way back early in the season. I think in the first 7 races he won 2 of them. He won at Phoenix and at Atlanta. So Dylan was already locking himself spot up in the chase early on. And just like that, while we were talking about him, I was in the middle of a sentence, Cody Lamas just jumped under him, and now drivers are starting to race around the 2 car. Seth Cole got stuck on the outside as well. And here comes the 22 under his teammate. Now Noah Boggs moving back up to where he started into 2nd spot. Joshua Collard and Aaron Reed are trying to make moves on the bottom. I don't think Collard got off the corner that well because Dylan Young was able to get back to the bottom right behind his teammate. Now Aaron Reed's going to try to sneak under the 43. 43 is one of the Evernham cars this season. People may forget they are a 5-car team. They're the only Dodge team in the field. There are 5 of those cars. And Collard won earlier this season. I believe he won at Indianapolis, I want to say. I think that's where he won. He won the Brickyard. But he ran so bad in points, Collard was nowhere in contention to get a chase wild card spot. As he just gave up that spot to Aaron Reed, dropped the 43 back to 5th. There's Joshua Mudd. Seth Cole will resume back into the 7th spot. Jack Richards having a great run right now. He's running the Red Bull colors this week. Jack is running right now in the 8th spot. Then you see Ian Dutta back here in 9th. The lap car is Sean Hindley right behind him, and Michael Norman will round out the top 10. Charles Jackson sneaking by Tim Fiegel, who just gave up a couple of spots. I think Michael Walton got by, Jackson's gotten by, and now we see Lombard going after Ryan Acosta. There's Danny Wells. These guys are back here in 17th and 18th. Wells and Gonzalez have moved up. Buchanan has continued to slip back. He started 6th place. He's back in the 19th spot. Buchanan definitely lost a lot of ground, just couldn't get the car where he wanted. There's McLeod, he rounded up the top 20. Acosta's still falling back. There's Andreas Allen, Tony Blazer. Jessica Shelton's trying to work her way through the field. She's right now in 24th. I think they're pitting. Yes, they are. You got to be careful here. Pit road can be very, very treacherous as Joshua Collard stayed out. He's the current leader. Might be a little bit of damage on the 3rd. Nope, maybe not. I thought they did. Does Justin Perry get damage? He does. Did Perry just get hit? I think he did get ran into by somebody. Oh, it was Zachary Fitzwater. So Justin Perry, 2nd in points, has some damage. Let's see who stayed out. There's Joshua Collard, Charles Jackson, Tim Fiegel, Ryan Acosta, Michael Cozy, Keith Batson, Jacob Lawler stayed out. There's Dylan Young. Let's see if anybody's going to beat him off pit road. So far, it looks like a 4-tire routine stop. And Cody Lamas is going to win off pit road. Lamas was actually the leader. I was just going to see if Dylan would come off first or not. There's Noah Boggs, Dylan Young come off 3rd. Aaron Reed, Joshua Mudd, Ian Dutta, Seth Cole, and James Silverfox, Joseph Lombard, and others coming off. Oh, they're side by side right here. Please be careful, Carpenter and Richards. I think they're going to be good to go. Maybe. Okay, Richards let him go. This is where a big one happened last time. There's Collard. He's leaving pit road now. There goes Cody Lamas. Lamas just flew on by. It's a good thing to see Cody up here right now. Cody's had a horrible season. He did get a win, though. He won at Auto Club, I believe. No, where did Cody win at? Oh. I cannot remember because it's been such a long time since I did this. It wasn't Auto Club because I think Shelton won there. Cody won somewhere. I just can't remember right now. I'll get back to that. But Cody's actually looking for his second win of the season. I think he won Auto Club last season. Somewhere that 48 won this season, but I cannot remember on the top of my head. Actually, no. Cody has not won this season. He has a pole this season, but not a win. Okay, that makes sense. Cody won last season at Auto Club. That's his only win so far. Comes in for 39th in the points, which is last among full-time drivers. It's been a struggling season so far for this 48 team. Just nothing's went his way, or this team. Like I said, it's been miserable. One of the drivers he is beating in points is right behind him. That's Noah Boggs right now, who was a part-time driver. But it's really good to see this 48 car leading right now. It's been a while since we talked about Cody, and it's great to see him having a good run. He has 1 top 5 and 3 top 10s and a pole this season. He's only led 12 laps. He's adding on to that today, so it's really good to see Cody up here. Hopefully going to have a chance to win this race. I don't know if we're going to have to pit again. It's going to be really close. There's Noah Boggs. Dylan Young right now is 3rd. They're going around the slow car, Sky Commons. So Aaron Reed is 4th. Joshua Collard is 5th. Joshua Mudd is 6th. So Young, Mudd, let's see, there's Ian Dutta and James Silverfox are the chasers in the top 10. Seth Cole is 9th. Joseph Lombard, the winner here from earlier this season, is 10th. There's Michael Norman. Justin Perry is actually a lap down in the 11 car. I think he worked on his damage, and he's actually dropped back to 36, 1 lap down. That is a tough break for Perry. Man, he's going to have to really hope something happens big because he's going to lose a lot of points today. There's Michael Walton. There's Danny Wells. Going to check the updates on the chasers. Wells is 13th. Gonzalez is 14th. Go back a little bit through the top 20 you see on the side of your screen. There's Tim Fiegel. He's actually just took 20th away from James McLeod, but Tony Blazer wants that spot. Let's go back a little bit more. Zach Buchanan's dropped back to 25th. It's been a struggling day for this 14 team. He continues to go back. Oh, I saw cars pitting. I think it's Henley and Commons. Yes, it is. I was wondering. I was about to say. Go back a little bit more. A couple more spots. Jessica Shelton's in 27th. Not a good day for her once again. Red Bell, who's up in points, she's running in 29th. There's James Quall, 31st now, going around Joshua Balkin, one of the drivers he's battling in points really close with. Those two are actually separated by 1 point, ironically. So these two are right together once again this week. Qualls has just not had any speed these first 2 weeks so far. He hasn't been involved in wrecks, just bad qualifying efforts and just bad luck so far for the 6 team. And Balkin got taken out last week. I think it was by Noah Boggs, actually. So Balkin definitely is struggling early in this chase. He's going to need a win or something, maybe, to save him from getting eliminated in the next race. As we see Commons and Henley, they had to pit. That moved Justin Perry up 2 spots as the other two went up multiple laps down. And I've been watching these last couple of laps. Noah Boggs has been catching Cody Lamas, running down the leader. He's pulled away from his teammate. That 22 car might be going to put up a challenge with Lamas for that lead and possibly for the win. Looking back here a little bit more, Michael Norman's working his way through the field. He was in 11th. He just got around Joseph Lombard and Ian Dutta, who's going to lose another spot to Lombard, knocked the 42 out of the top 10. So Norman's found some speed late in the race in that 3 car. Good run for Silver Fox today. 7th in points. Now he's running 8th on the racetrack. That 3 car's really coming, though. That 3's found some speed late in this race. Good run for Seth and also for Aaron Reed, Joshua Collard. Joshua Mudd having a rebound race from last week after finishing 28th. He's running it right now in the top 5, so good run for the 88 car, who has 2 wins this season. So we go back up to the front, though. Cody Lamas has a new challenger in Noah Boggs. We only had 2 leaders really the entire race. It was Dylan Young for the first run until the pit stops, and Cody Lamas has been leading right before the pit stops and then ever since. Noah Boggs started on the outside pole and dropped to about 4th or 5th. Rode around the top 5 most of the race, and now he's trying to look for his first career win. And Cody Lamas is looking for his first win in over a season. And Boggs is there. He is on the back bumper of that Lowe's Chevrolet. This time by will be 5 laps to go. We know in real life that 48 car is really good at Dover, but that 22 car did just win the past race at Watkins Glen. That means nothing here, but I'm just saying that just for some random fact that I don't know why. Duh. Anyway. Noah Boggs is peaking. He's trying to get around that 48. He is basically pushing the 48 down the back straightaway. If Lamas slips up one bit, that 22 car is going to pounce. Noah Boggs is a rookie, but he's driving like a veteran right now. He's running that 48 car very clean. And now he's going to make a move to the inside. The 48 got loose going in the corner, and he had to give up the bottom. And Noah Boggs, the rookie in the 22 from Team Penske, takes the lead. And we'll see now if Cody Lamas has any chance to run down Noah Boggs. Like, looking for another first-time winner this season and first time in the series history. Can Noah Boggs pull it off? Ironically enough, he's in the sponsor for the race as well. It is the AAA 400. He is in the AAA Ford. Oh, the conspiracies, right? There's no mounted charge from that 48 car. There's no pressure behind Cody Lamas in second. The top two have left the pack. Noah Boggs has put a couple of car lengths, maybe 3, 4, even 5 car lengths on Cody Lamas. The lead has grew to 0.3 of a second as we're on 2 laps to go. There's Balkin and Fitzwater up ahead. I don't think they're going to be a factor. Noah Boggs came in here mid-season. He missed the first 11 races of the season along with Alex Drayton and Michael Walton. So really won't race for anything but for wins, as there's no point in the points battle. As Noah Boggs is taking the white flag. 1 lap to go. Can Noah Boggs hang on? He put another 10th on Cody Lamas. It's now 0.4 of a second. I don't think there's going to be any kind of challenge from that 48 car. Noah Boggs is going to come into the clutch. He passed Cody Lamas about 5 laps to go, and he's going to come around. And Noah Boggs is going to be a Mountain Race Series winner. He wins the AAA 400 here at Dover. Cody Lamas will end up second. Dylan Young hung on to third. Joshua Collard fourth. Joshua Mudd fifth. Then you got Aaron Reed in 6th. Seth Cole actually hung on to 7th over Michael Norman, who made a charge at the end. He jumped from 11th to 8th in that last run. So good run for Michael Norman. James Silverfox dropped to 9th. Still a top 10 though for that chaser. And Joseph Lombard rounds out the top 10. But Noah Boggs has won today's race here at Dover. His first career win. We're going to hurry and export that. This is race 28. The race is now official. Noah Boggs is officially a Mountain Race Series winner for the first time in his career. He's been close a couple of times this season, but it's great to see another first-time winner. It was a tough race for Cody Lamas, who had this race going. He had a huge lead. That 22 just found some speed on that last run. Was able to get under Cody in that turn 1 situation and took advantage of it and got around the 48. And Noah Boggs never looked back. Hung on by about half a second over the 48 car. We already talked about the top 10. Ian Dutta ends up 11th, who came in here as the points leader, who he probably will hang on to it still, I'm pretty sure, because everybody else behind him had problems today, for the most part. We'll look through a little bit more. Michael Walton, good run for him. Steven Gonzalez ends up 13th. Charles Jackson 14th. Keith Batson 15th. Michael Cozy, Ryan Acosta, Danny Wells, Tim Fiegel, and Carpenter. So we saw Gonzalez, Wells, and Fiegel get top 20s. Go through, there's Randy Carpenter 20th, Tony Blazer 21st. Jack Richards was up there. He dropped to 22nd. I don't know if he had a bad pit stop or something, but the 83 was up in the top 10 before the pit stop, so I don't know what happened to Jack. They see James McLeod, Andreas Allen, Zach Buchanan, top 25. Not what he was looking for. He started 6th place. That was just a tough break for that 14 team. Not what he was looking for. Came to today's race 10th in points. And then you look through a little bit more. Jacob Lawler, Jessica Shelton's up 27th. Not a big rebound race like she was hoping for from last week. Teammate Chris Dollarton 28th. Alex Drayton 29th. Red Bell ends up 30th. That's a big loss for Red. She had a great run last week at Chicagoland. She's not going to get what she wanted today, though. Red's going to unfortunately drop probably in points a little bit. She finished 9th last week and it's going to be 30th this week. James Qualls actually just couldn't get anything going. He actually finished 31st last week and he ends up 31st again. So Qualls, not really what he was needing at all. Not to have an average finish of 31st or 31.0 exactly. That's a tough rate for James. There's Zachary Fitzwater. And the last car in the lead lap, Joshua Balkin ends up 33rd. Wow. Qualls ended up 31st last week, and then Balkin ended up 33rd again this week. Okay, Illuminati. Those two cars finished in the exact same spots as last week. That is weird. I don't know how that happened. I don't think that happened with anybody else. If it did, that's scaring me a little bit. Justin Perry ends up a lap down. He came in second in the points. Got some damage after getting hit by Zachary Fitzwater on pit road. That's a tough rate for Justin. It's going to hurt him a little bit in points, but lucky for him, some of the guys behind him in points struggled as well, so it might not be as big of a hit for him. Just going to make the situation a lot tighter when they go into next week's race at Kansas, so it's going to be interesting there. Chris Washer fell out of the race. Oh, actually, let me finish the rest. Sean Henley and Sky Cummins involved in the wreck. Continued on, it ended up 3 laps down apiece. Tough break for those 2 drivers. Chris Washer, Trent Dunham, Cole Daly, the 3 chasers got taken out in that wreck. Going to hurt him in points big time. And then you see Tim Walsh, who had a bad wreck. He is okay. He's still, I think, a Seattle fan, if he remembers. I'm not sure. We'll have to check on that. And Tim Freilich and Sean Galligan dropped out of the race as well. So it's a tough break for those drivers. Their days ended early after a little contact between the 18 and the 1 car caused a big melee wreck in turn 3. But that is it today from Dover in the AAA 400. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, keep up with the channel and whatever videos actually come out and all that. And comment if you have anything you would like to say. If you're either a driver or just a YouTube follower or subscriber, I mean, all comments are welcome. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. Like I said, I'm sorry how things have been going slow. I'm hoping to get it back in gear a little bit. I do start my college classes next week, which would be the 17th of August, whenever this is uploaded. So just to give you an idea, this is recorded on August 11th, so you have an idea how long it's going to take. Hopefully it's the same day or the day after. But anyway, enough about me mumbling. Thank you guys for watching. Congrats one last time to Noah Boggs and the whole 22 Team Penske AAA Ford team for winning today's race at Dover, picking up his first career win. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And stay tuned for chase race number 3 and the final race of the Challenger round of the chase at Kansas Speedway. Which 4 drivers will be eliminated and which 12 will be moving on to the next round. Until then, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And congrats to Noah Boggs on the victory for one last time. His first career win here in the Mountain Race Series. And I will see you guys at Kansas. There's no place like Kansas. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. No place like home. There's the trophy. Hi. Champagne. Woof. Oh my. Noah Boggs, I will make you eat. What? Bye! Probably not, but I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and I hope you liked this video for today. I will see you guys next time, very soon, and thanks for watching this diecast video. I will see you guys later. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Bye! The lifetime way. Wow. How did I get up there? Oh, this is impossible. The Captain Rohit Ray review. This is gonna be a problem. And Ryan Acosta. P200 runs John Dillon up the hill. Justin Perry's on his back bumper. He's gonna get wrecked. Oh, he gets pinned behind the 51. That's all it takes. John Dillon's going back to victory lane. This time in the Mountain Race Series, John Dillon takes the Daytona 500.